As I'm sure you're aware, SBA told Congress this year the 7A loan program, the flagship lending program, will require a subsidy for the first time since 2013. That projections injected some uncertainty into the program. It was surprising, I think, given the strong state of the portfolio and the overall economy. I'm concerned SBA's model is overestimating the cost of the program. Two quick questions. Will you work with the committee to open up the model's data and assumptions so we can make sure we're doing everything possible to keep the 7A program available to small business borrowers? And what's your view on an increase in programming fees and how that would affect borrowers?
Thank you for that question, Senator Coons, and the opportunity to share that I had mentioned in my opening statements that I have three particular areas of focus, and one of it's program optimization or maximization in the community and the impact that they provide to the small businesses that are in need of their services. And 7A is one, among other access to capital programs that we have. And so I look forward to learning more about the details concerning that and get back to you and work with you personally on that.
I was shocked when I heard OMB say that 7A was going to need a subsidy. I'm a big fan of the 7A program. Since I've started on this committee, which was when I first got here 11 years ago, I've always been an advocate that the programs should run subsidy-free. And there's no reason they can't if the underwriting is correct, if the regulations are in place. And so OMB, as we all know, uses Ouija boards, I think, as opposed to calculators to reach the conclusions that they do. I would hope you would when you get settled in, take a look at that and try to show the OMB why they're wrong on those calculations. Those fees are a bad deal for when you're talking about making these kind of loans, and the increase in those fees just would not sell well in the private sector, and indeed it wouldn't be good for what small business is trying to do as far as making the 7A loans. So I hope you'll take a look at that when you get settled in and be able to show OMB why they're wrong.
Senator Risch, I look forward to sharing with you, visiting with you, and sharing with you more extensively, but I've had the opportunity to visit with small businesses as I travel throughout the nation, visit during town hall meetings and whatnot, and inevitably, when you challenge the small businesses on what SBA can change or address much more aggressively for them, it's always the fees being charged. And so that is something I'll look into and get back to you on that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You've heard several of us talk about we want to have an advocate to fight OMB. They're always unreasonable to every agency. We understand that. And after decisions are made, you have to live by what they do, and you got to support what they do. But we want you in there fighting to make sure that we continue the fee waiver programs for our veterans, and that we get an honest presentation on the revenue neutrality of the S7A program, and not the terrible presentation OMB made this year that Congress rejected, both Democrats and Republicans. So we want to make sure we have an advocate there to maintain these fee issues as it relates to 7A programs, because the fees will make it prohibitive for small businesses to take advantage of the 7A programs if they get too large.
If you are confirmed, will you commit to going back to the drawing board on the proposed lending rule, doing a small business impact analysis, and engaging with stakeholders in a productive way to ensure appropriate changes are made that will not negatively impact small business access to capital?
As I indicated, Chairman, I look forward to working with you on the after I'm confirmed, if confirmed, is to assess the particular programs to get back to you on that. Yes.
Okay, okay. If you confirmed, will you commit to communication and transparency to Congress on the subsidy models and calculations for all the federal credit programs at SBA?
Yes.